She want a roughneck bed, I'ma double that. Got it in my soul, baby, can you handle that? Shopping in the seat, letters in the duffel bag. Kiss her on the neck, tell us like we're trouble at. She want a roughneck, won't break laws, but respect checks, yeah. She want a roughneck, won't break hearts, but protect necks, I'm the shadow in the street light, still in the moon glow. Hard love, mix of deep strokes with two poles. Tim's on the gas, smell of gunpowder perfume. Dark liquor kisses make her knees hit the back room. Lord saying, baby, I baptize you outside. Tattoo scriptures on your head with my crown slide. Never been a yes man, I'm the ones they call a threat. Angels get wet when they feel a silhouette. Keep my words sharper than my blade on my temple. Make her bite the pillow like she try over tightrope. Talk slick, tongue drip like a gold challenge. She know Poppa move weight, keep the pop cold balance. Say she want a roughneck bet, I'ma double that. Got it in my soul, baby, can you handle that? Chopper in the seat, letters in the double back. Kiss her on the neck, tell us like we're trouble at. She want a roughneck, wanna break laws, but respect checks, yeah. She want a roughneck, wanna break hearts, but protect necks, yeah. You ain't gotta send a text, I can feel you when you're thinking me. Type to bend a halo if the devil ever went with me. I rob town just to spend one night slow, and still make it feel like I can't let the block go. I'm the type you text 911 and I'm ghosting in. Through the alley like the Gwen, no posting in. Keep the grid tucked to the bedroom calling, and my fangs out, baby, got your dress straps falling. Say she want a roughneck bed, I'ma double that. Got it in my soul, baby, can you handle that? Chopper in the seat, letters in the duffel bag. Kiss her on her neck, tell us like we're trouble at. She want a roughneck, wanna break laws, but respect checks, yeah. She want a roughneck, wanna break hearts, but protect necks, yeah. I'm the one your ex warned you about, but the same you dream about when the lights go out. Funky, slowly, crooked, dirty blick in the console. Kiss you with the same lips that I talk to my gun with. Dog charm got your heartbeat on her drums. Hands on your throat while I whisper where I come from. Ain't no fairy tale, baby, I'm the storm in the scripture. The love hit different when the danger in the picture. Pull you out the club if another man glance wrong. Make you feel safe in a place you can't stay long. You ain't mine for the night, you mine for the seasons. We break rules together, we don't need no reason. I'm the sin you confess, the prayer you repeat. The king with the crown who still run these streets. So when you say roughneck, better spell it with a capital. Poppa Seigal thuggin' baddies is natural. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. I beat it, she need it, she crashing out a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. I beat it, she need it, she crashing out a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. I beat it, she need it, she crashing out a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a rough. Now I beat it, she need it, I crash about a Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. I beat it, she need it, she crash about a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. Want a roughneck, now you got a roughneck. I beat it, she need it, she crash about a roughneck. So baby, can you handle that? Chopper on the seat, letters in the double bag. Kiss her on the neck, tell us how we're trouble at. She want a roughneck, wanna break laws, but respect checks, yeah. She want a roughneck, wanna break laws, but protect necks,
She ain't got no man, she lonely and she better.